Hey, I see you picked some new values for our company. They look great and should really help empower and engage employees to drive our mission and strategy. I'm thinking that in order to really help empower the employees, they will need a framework, if you will, to make good decisions and make sure they're really not missing anything. I happen to have a tool that can help them identify blind spots on a team and company-wide. I highly recommend the use of the MBTI personality preferences. I already know a great facilitator who can run it with your team, but let me tell you a little bit about this MBTI. What I really want to talk about is an MBTI team table. It's a great way to identify blind spots in decision making. It's separated by 16 boxes, if you will. So what these boxes are based on are these little letters that you see within the box. And what the letters look at is, hey, what is your source of energy? Extrovert or introvert? That is E, the extrovert side. Are you energized by interactions with people? Or on the introvert side, are you more energized by reflecting on your own experiences, if you will? Then we look at sensing versus intuition, which means how do you take in information? On the sensing side, you're taking in information that is real and tangible. On the intuition side, or N, because there's already an I in there, the intuition side, you're taking in information on a big picture level, if you will. Then we look at how do you make a decision. This is the T versus F, or thinking versus feeling. Logical consequences are what the thinker does when they're making a decision. But then the feeler, they're looking at what is important to them and what is important to others and how does it affect others when they make a decision. And then you've got the last category, which is the judging versus perceiving. It's really how you approach the outside world. On the judging side, it's more about being planned and orderly. The perceiving side is really about being flexible and spontaneous. Now you'll happen to notice at the bottom down here, as these boxes are set up, there's also this column, if you will. And at the very bottom, we've got some labels for each column. So when we look at those labels that we might see for each column, what we can find out is that these types of people that are in this column might think a certain way or make a decision a certain way. And when we look at the bottom down here and we see the labels for each one of those columns, we can identify, if no one is in that column, that, hey, maybe we have a blind spot in one of those areas, if you will. So I think it would be a good idea for you as a C-suite to know where your blind spots really are. Now, you'll notice that I left an MBTI chart here in your office. Have you taken a look at it? Yeah, probably not. So please do so now. And here's what we're going to do when you take a look at it. I want you to complete the Sudoku-style puzzle for the preference boxes. Then, once you've filled in the blanks, have your entire team take a look at the descriptions on there and self-identify where you belong on this table. Everybody on your team needs to self-identify where they belong. Now, once you have figured this out, I highly recommend that you revamp the entire soft skills training program at your company. I would suggest you'll probably need an additional 40 hours to do so. That 40 hours is on top of the cultural training that you're already doing. So once you've added the 40 hours, completed the puzzle and the self-identification process, come back because I'll probably have another message for you.